Welcome.
That I'm the first one here.
Welcome. All these Austrians taking over, no?
Yes.
What's happening?
I'm German, by the way, so.
Yeah, but your company is based in Austria, I think,
yes.
right? So I make you Austrian for now.
All right, okay.
So we have, I think, the DACH largest unicorn for FinTech, and we have DACH, the largest unicorn, or maybe in Europe, the largest unicorn for buying cryptocurrency.
Sure.
Do you want to introduce yourself in your own words? Max, starting with you.
Yeah, absolutely. Founded N26, a mobile bank from Berlin in 2013. Leading the company since then together with my co-founder. Basically, N26 is a classical venture-funded fintech startup. We have about 1,800 people on the team, raised $1.8 billion over, I think, like 8 different funding rounds. And the vision behind N26 is we want to change the relationship of people to the money, to the better. The vision has also been we are building a pan-European bank. So in this extremely fragmented banking market, we're the only ones that based on one IT platform and one banking license onboard customers all over Europe.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm Eric Demuth. I'm one of the 3 co-founders of Bitpanda. So originally, we come from the crypto space. So making it at the beginning, 8 years ago, very easy to buy Bitcoin at this time and sell it. And then it became a platform. Then more cryptocurrencies came. Then we thought, you know what, why does the whole financial market or the stock market still look like pre-internet? So we say, like, let's take all the advantages and all the learnings we had from crypto and bring it to, let's say, the more classic way of trading. So Bitpanda has then transformed more into an investment platform for everyone, for all asset classes. And this is what we're currently doing. And now we're going in the infrastructure space because we have always owned our own tech stack. We've built everything on our own, got the licenses on our own. So now we want to do pretty much what AWS did for, let's say, infrastructure in the web space. We want to do now for investing. So like a SaaS product for investing or the infrastructure for trading.
How many customers you have? And what do they pay? Maybe we start with you.
For around nearly 4 million, like 3.9
Wow.
million customers. So
and you take like a few percent buying and
yeah,
selling?
so yeah, it's a different model depending on where we're looking at. When you look at the retail platform, then it's like the classic 149, and when you look at the exchange, which is more like for professional traders, then you're looking at much lower fees, like less than 0.1%, and it's going down depending on the volume. So it really depends on which product we're talking about.
Max, how many customers does N26 have?
We have 8 million across 24 markets in Europe.
And this is despite the regulatory hurdles they put you in, like limits of new customers signing on. But that makes you probably bigger than the Deutsche Bank in terms of retail customers, or almost?
Despite of many challenges, I don't think we are yet there, like surpassing Deutsche Bank, but they have been around for 150 years. But I know we're definitely growing much quicker than Deutsche Bank. I think who is like losing net customers for many years already.
And in FinTech, there's always a question of, are they ever going to make the same money like in the offline world, right? You are now 10 years at it. The business model, the economics, like how do you charge users? Are you like full service bank by now? Can you do IBAN wires? I mean, is there more to come on product innovation, or is the shop complete?
Yeah, for many years, the question for a business model when I was speaking at events like this was always one of the first ones to come, because at the beginning, we, like the first 18 months after launch, no one had a single monetary KPI at N26. We were working on all kinds of things, winning the trust of the customers, new markets, getting our own bank license. But we always had the strong belief, if you have like 5 million, 10 million, 20 million customers and they trust N26 and they use N26 for the daily financial transactions, we will be at one point in time able to monetize these customers in a fair and transparent way. Now, understanding the business model, 2 sentences on the cost side, which is very important. We are making far less revenue. You mentioned Deutsche Bank. Compared to Deutsche Bank, they need to, I don't want to call it like squeeze out, but they need to make, say, 350 euros in revenues of a customer to convert that into, say, 30 euros of margin. We acquire customers much cheaper than traditional banks because word of mouth is important, no branch network, much more modern IT stack. And so we are charging lower prices than other competitors, very transparent, but we can still make a good margin out of that by now.
And one of your business model expansions, I understand, is coming actually with Eric himself. So you entering a partnership. Maybe Eric, how long have you been working on, how fast moving is N26?
On a let's say
it's a big step, Max, right?
Yeah, no, but on an implementation base, they're very fast. So you can see we're already working now with let's say more classical banks that will start with our product next year across Europe, and you see like they take to implement everything. I would say the negotiation takes twice as long, and the implementation also twice as long. So you definitely see this. It's the same spirit. It's like
when can N26 customers buy Bitcoin or sell Bitcoin through the app?
They already can in some market. When it comes to integration, we have integrated with many partners over the years. We're actually agnostic when it comes to launching new features. Should we go with a partner or should we build it ourselves? And the great thing about Bitpanda is they share our say pan-European vision. You know, there's many startups around there. I talked about fragmentation in the banking markets. The same is true for FinTechs, but Bitpanda is actually one of these like companies like TransferWise, or how they're called Wise today, that share our national vision. People can already buy in Austria, and Germany is the next one to be launched.
And before Bitpanda, that wasn't possible?
It wasn't possible like at N26. We are launching, obviously, as you would expect, products and features step by step, and we always prioritize by how much benefit is this generating for the customer. And we just decided to work on other products first, but launching crypto is one part of a investment strategy for our customers. We believe we want to be helpful to our customers to accumulate a certain level of wealth, and investing in a well-diversified asset portfolio, I think, is for most of our customers the only way to get there. And I believe that crypto should be part of such a portfolio.
Also, what I like with N26 is, because I'm also a long-term customer, is that every product that you issue, that you bring out is really well designed, working very well. It's not like I throw a bunch of so many different products at you, but like the ones that are there, and there's also already a lot, they are really well working very well. So therefore, for example, N26 can now start with a crypto product that is suitable for the year 2022. So many of your competitors also started doing this, and they have a product of 2017. They're not compatible. They're not competitive at all. So their customer will try to look at it, and then you see like, okay, it's very limited functionalities, very few crypto coins. So in the end, they will need another platform for this. So and with this approach, people do not need to go somewhere else. So yeah.
And where do you see the crypto market, Max? Did you get the timing wrong? Did the implementation and the negotiation took too long? Is the crypto market coming back? Is that the time to buy?
Actually, we had some slight delays. You know, usually I'm quite unhappy with that. I was actually quite happy we just launched now and not like, I think in February as originally planned. I think it's fair to say there was more dynamic times to launch a product like crypto. You can see, you just need to look at the blockchain. You see obviously that a fraction of transactions happening compared to last year, especially in the retail space. But we have built up that optionality for you know, when the markets are recovering, or like when customers are getting more interest. Like, we are not here to optimize for the next 6 months, but we are really following a long-term product strategy. Where do we want to be like in 5 years, in 10 years down the road? And there's no question that crypto needs to be part of the product universe at N26.
It's actually the perfect time to start this. Sounds weird because on a revenue basis, it's of course not the perfect time, but you don't really launch this for a half a year product. You launch this, you know, onward for the next years. And we have always been in cycles, extreme cycles in cryptos. So therefore, it's actually a very good time to integrate it properly, get all the regulators on board.
Right.
I mean, you know, so, and then once the next cycle kicks in, then you're already everything, all the processes are established, the operations is established, and then you're ready to go. You don't want to launch into a complete bull market, because then, yeah, it's positive firefighting all the time.
You mentioned earlier that you're also offering other asset classes. I'm good friends with Joni from eToro.
Yeah.
Didn't make it this year. I think they started in the kind of equity side. Are you becoming a stockbroker? Can people...
Yeah. So every asset class. We also launched recently commodities. We have metals. So what's like, but there's a huge difference. We always do like a spot thing. So for example, when you buy gold, the gold is really, it's actually in Switzerland, in a high security vault in Switzerland. It's insured. So people on our platform really buy the stuff they actually buy.
It's like, you know, Bullion Vault from the UK?
Yeah.
I was their banker
Yeah.
12 years ago. Was not so hot then, but I guess now.
No,
it's coming back.
but there are so many different asset classes, and the idea is that you have one platform. Whatever you want to do with your money or invest, you should have one platform. It's also tax-wise
Yes.
much easier, you know.
But how annoying is that you always have to log on to all these different bank accounts and check what's left in it? You want to own the customer.
Yeah, but also fractional-wise. You want to trade 24/7, also stocks 24/7, and you want to have it fractionalized. There's no explanation. If the stock market would be invented today, it would look like the crypto market.
And Max, can you buy stocks through N26 yet, or have you started with the crypto conservatively and add the stocks later?
No, but we are working on that, and we'll also be open if we build it ourselves or we're building it through a partnership. Again, we want to cater to the needs of our customers. Crypto was a heavily requested feature. Trading stocks and bonds is another one that's very top of the list.
When are you reaching break even?
We are break even on a per customer basis. When we think about profitability, it's very important. You know, we have positive unit economics, but we believe on the financial side, obviously, there's many non-financial reasons why we are doing N26 and why we are excited about. But on the financial side, we are optimizing for shareholder value. We want to, build a company for 100 million customers around the globe, and as long as we can invest, the cash flows we are getting from the business, but also everything we are raising at very high returns on investment, we are going to invest and don't look at profitability. We are going to invest in expansion of the customer base, deeper in the markets, more markets, invest in the expansion of the team, which again then is going to help us to expand our product even further.
6 years ago.
Eric, what was your peak marketing spend?
Not so much actually.
Not so much.
No. So we're profitable now for 6 years, and we're more looking into. So what the FTX and the Crypto.com have done is just complete garbage. I've always said this also to the regulators, that people that only do these crazy marketing spend that you've seen last year in the industry, coming from especially these two players, were not like a strategy to acquire customers. It was mostly to buy a reputation they couldn't build themselves, because they try to avoid everything, to avoid regulation, and be, let's say, in the shadows, and then gain reputation by sponsoring celebrities and sports marketing. So the question is actually something that wouldn't arise if those bad actors wouldn't have done this last year, I would say.
Well, I guess we were all a little surprised. I thought it was so secure, right?
No, no, it's not. And people need to understand that. And I always say this: if you take your salary or your normal bank account, where is it? In the Bahamas, or is it in Taiwan, or where is it? No, it's probably with you. It's somewhere here in Switzerland, in Germany, in Austria.
You're offering a wallet functionality as part of the business also?
Yes, yeah. I mean, we have a full platform. We have a custody service. We've bought a custody platform, a custody company that is now Bitpanda Custody. So, I mean, you need to treat your assets, your digital assets, your stocks, like you would treat your euros or your Swiss francs. And that is a learning curve for people that, went to all these hypey FTX Crypto.com players.
I read when FTX got broken up or bankrupt, or even call it, that 49% of Hispanic Americans,
Yeah.
US Americans, own crypto. Max, do you know your user base, what their current ownership is of crypto? Do you have
It's in the low double digits, but it has increased obviously massively in the last 24 months.
So what I hear is you partnered to bring a full solution to the customer. You have to manage all your asset classes in one spot, and you're going out to get customers. So you white labeled your platform to Max. That was the second business model where you were saying. Do you have other companies like N26 who you partner with?
Yeah, so we started last year with Lydia. They are the biggest payment app in France with over 5 million customers. We've started with several FinTechs in Italy, Plum now in UK, and there's a bunch of companies lining up every few months, or coming out every few months from now. So it's really picking up a lot. So people understood that they cannot, especially for the crypto product, they cannot build it themselves anymore. Otherwise, they would have a 2016, 2017 product. So, and I don't think you have to be super protective with your brand, and especially not in the financial world. It's not like Facebook or Instagram or something where you have to have one mega platform. It's very regional also. So therefore, leveraging the infrastructure you have built is a fantastic thing. So we all benefit from this. So
wonderful. No better way to end the first day of NOAH than with you two. Actually, Max is going to make some music later. We have a party at 10 p.m. So thank you so much for being with us for the first day. There's a lot of food and action outside, I guess. But this was remarkably interesting. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.